What's up, everybody? My name is Vincent. Welcome to Cryptolution, where we talk about everything under the moon in the crypto universe. Today is Thursday, February 13th. In today's video, I have some updates regarding Dog Bitcoin. Number one, I'm going to give you an update on my meeting with the hedge fund yesterday in LA and their acquisition plan for Dog Bitcoin. Now, this little execution that's going to happen is going to happen within the next 2 months, which is very exciting. And then number two, I want to talk about how everybody within the crypto world is actually talking about moving on chain, which means basically, not just tier one centralized exchanges are talking about this, such as OKX, but also crypto influencers are saying that right now we're veering away from centralized exchanges holding custody of our own funds. Things are moving on chain, things are moving into self-custody. Then number two, I want to share with you that right now Bitcoin dominance is actually falling, which could be the early stages of an altcoin season. So I'm going to share with you all the major updates that's regarding Dog Bitcoin in this specific video, especially the whole multi-chain route that we're looking forward to. Okay, so let's go ahead and smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to join our Patreon page and our X platform. And please be careful with any of the scammers down in the comments below. I will never reach out via WhatsApp, Telegram, direct messaging, or email, so please be careful and invest safely. So guys and girls, let's get right into it. So Dog Bitcoin right now is still hovering around a 280 to 290 million market cap. It actually went down as low as 270 million market cap, and there's a reason for that dip. It's mainly due to Bitcoin. So Bitcoin actually took a dip early as this morning, as you can see here. So obviously what's happening to Bitcoin will happen to every other meme coin, gaming altcoin, especially Bitcoin runes. Now, when you're looking at Dog Bitcoin, it's actually getting very close to flipping Giga Chad. Now, why is that really important for me to share that with you? Giga is one of the most tokens that has been pushed by Murad, and he's been bullish on Popcat and Giga and also SPX 6900. Two of those tokens, which is Popcat and GigaChat, have fallen quite a bit. I have no idea why, and they're both on Solana, which is very interesting. Bitcoin, which is one of the most difficult UX UI interfaces for people who are normies to buy Dog Bitcoin, is seeing a 2.7% pump as of this morning. So regardless of what you're hearing out there in the world around Dog Bitcoin or runes are not as interesting or attractive to new users, I really doubt that that's the case. The fact that it's powered and backed by Bitcoin is absolutely amazing. The supply is always going to be 100 billion. It will be here 100 years down the road. Bitcoin will always be here. I don't know how these other testnet chains will last that long. Now, I want to share with you this update regarding my meeting with a hedge fund yesterday in LA. Now, they have a strategic acquisition plan for Dog Bitcoin. And I talked about this last week where we wanted to plan exactly how these funds were going to be executed. And it's going to be $950,000 US that's going to be executed next week through the end of March. Now, there's some structured process that they have when acquiring digital assets, such as Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, Cardano, so forth, so on. And they have to do due diligence, strategic portfolio allocation, algorithmic execution, over-the-counter trades, and institutional custody solutions. Now, the most important thing I want to share with everybody is that they actually are interested in acquiring more, but they need a lot more clarification under the Trump administration. Basically, anything that gives them a clear framework of what's going on with the regulation within the United States. And also, is there going to be a Bitcoin strategic reserve that's going to be announced soon? Also, they want clear tax guidelines and possibility that there will be banking policies that would be pro-crypto, that banks will allow their customers and clients to receive and buy basically Bitcoin or any cryptocurrency in their actual portfolio. So they would anticipate actually buying more of Dog once that becomes clearer in the ecosystem in landscape within the US, if that makes sense. Now, I want to share with you this image by Duke of Dog. He shared a screenshot of Lunar Crush. Basically, amongst the top 500 meme coins, Dog Bitcoin is ranked 6th in terms of the most engaging community. That is huge, okay? Dog Bitcoin not only has a strong community, but they also have a lot of trading volume within a very niche system such as runes, okay? Remember, runes is very niche. It's not like some open-ended platform that allows people to buy it on centralized exchanges such as Coinbase, Binance, or whatever. All these other tokens that you're seeing on this list they all have centralized exchange listings on tier ones. Dog Bitcoin is the only one that does not have that. And look how strong that is. It's because people are learning time and time again that they take the dog pill, they learn the fundamentals, they understand what it means, and sooner or later Solana, Base, Ethereum are going to hear that same story, and they're all going to sell their tokens and convert it into the most free and fair distributed token. Now, if you don't know, this announcement of Operation Dog Domination received over 450,000 views. That's over 500,000. Now, if I click on this, where is it at right now in terms of engagement, in terms of impressions? Well, currently it's at around 579,000. So that's actually still increasing. So that, to me, this type of post isn't something that people are ignoring. This proves the amount of views and engagements goes to show that people are paying attention to Dog and they're waiting to buy it on their favorite blockchain. Now let's move on to the next thing, which is how Dog is going to be scaling to these different layers. Okay, so we have Hyperliquid, Ethereum, Solana, and Cardano that are in the works. And what we also need to know is that it could extend to Base and Sui. Now, this is what Leonidas says, is that it would be amazing to have Dog on Base and Sui, and he explains the whole technicalities and financial infrastructures for all of this. But basically, every new chain is equivalent to a centralized exchange listing. Remember, I mentioned that we're now moving into a decentralized world. Nobody wants their custodies in the centralized exchanges because they don't have custody of their funds, and some people get locked out of their accounts, which is not good. Now, let's talk about Base. So apparently, Omnity is allowing people to have Dog on the Base network using their actual DeFi layer, okay? So this is actually kind of something really interesting where people can bridge their Dog over to Base in case they want to have exposure to their 3 billion TVL or their 4 billion in stablecoins that wait to buy these specific tokens of Dog. Now let's talk about the centralized world going into decentralized world, aka we're now moving on chain. And this person name, I think it's pronounced Cayenne, he says get spicy and shares his vision of a post-centralized era where on-chain transactions replace centralized exchanges. In that world, users will choose Infinex over Coinbase or Binance. And this is something that is relevant to the Dog army, and especially to Leonidas, the creator. And shout out to Raphael for sharing the screenshot of Wendy O, who is a crypto influencer and educator. She says, why list meme coins on a centralized exchange? Squidgrow replied, retail exit liquidity, meaning whenever there are token listings on Binance or any other exchange for these meme coins, you notice that actually dumps. And that's because retail is buying into these dumps, meaning that you are actually the exit liquidity. You did not get insider allocations. And that's a manipulation that goes on when a token is listed, when it has only like a 15 million, 500 million market cap, and then jumps to over billions of dollars just within like a matter of seconds once it's listed on that centralized exchange. So Wendy O agrees with that. She says, it seems so, and I'm glad we are mostly on DEXs. So this is another confirmation that we're moving on chain to self-custody. Even OKX, I like to thank Hongfa. She's amazing. She's the current president of OKX. She says the best way to predict the future is to create it. And in this trailer, which was released back on May 9th of 2023, this was the launch of Web3 Wallet, how things need to move in the custody of you, the holders, the users, not centralized exchanges such as even OKX, which is actually kind of amazing. So you can use OKX Web3 wallet to buy assets on OKX and then transfer that over and have it in your own wallet where you have your keys to your crypto. So I think this is absolutely amazing. And how they said it in this specific video is that we're not trying to change the system or update it. We're here to basically rewrite the system. So I'm telling you right now, the future is on chain. Take self-custody of your assets from centralized exchanges and migrate it to decentralized exchanges, aka your own Web3 wallet as well. Dog Bitcoin belongs to you, the people. Now, I want to mention something that Leonidas said yesterday. He recently just got off a bunch of very bullish calls about Dog. The entire Bitcoin ecosystem is coming together to make Operation Dog Domination a success. Dog should be tradable everywhere, frictionlessly, with essentially zero network fees and instant confirmation. So if you didn't know, this morning, inscription number 53 sold for around $66,000, roughly around 0.69 Bitcoin. This originally was owned by Leonidas, and he's been trying to sell this and it has been sold. The question is, why is he selling this? And I feel like this is actually going towards Dog in some certain way. No, trust me, I don't think this is something that he's raising money to pay a centralized exchange. We do not enable that. I know Leonidas, he's not going to do something like that. This could be something better. This could help the infrastructure of Dog, maybe on multiple different platforms, maybe to provide LP. Who knows, actually? I don't actually know personally for myself, but behind the scenes, he has plans for this, and I don't know exactly what it is, but I'm very excited to see what's going to happen in the future. Now, I want to talk about Dog's top 10 wallets, okay? So Dog, if you focus on Dog top 10 wallets, they own roughly around 14% of the total supply of Dog. Now, I'm going to compare Dog to these other Solana meme coins, okay? These are the top 2 dogs on Solana right now. The reason I'm doing that is because soon Dog is going to have an access of Dog Wrap token on Solana so that their users on Solana can buy Dog, which is buying the supply or the 100 billion supply of Dog on Bitcoin runes. So right now we're seeing that Dog with Hat roughly has a 591 million market cap, okay? Their top 10 wallets, believe it or not, have 47% of the supply. This is crazy. Now, some of these could be centralized exchanges such as Kraken, or some of these could be team wallets. Some of these could be anything. I don't exactly know. It could be whales or insider allocations. I have no exactly idea what that is. 47% though. is a freaking lot for the top 10 wallets. Now, when we veer over here to Bonk, which has a higher market cap of $1.36 billion, their top 10 wallets own 29%, which is, by the way, still pretty freaking high in my personal opinion. Very soon, Wrap Dog Bitcoin will be available on Solana, where you will be able to sell your manipulated WIF or Bonk tokens that have probably team and insider allocations. And you can veer that over into the fair and free distribution of Dog Bitcoin. And check this out, something that Jake Gallen shared from Emblem Vault. He says Dog has been gaining ground on Dog WIF hat. Look at this. So basically, Dog dominance, Dog Bitcoin dominance, is actually going higher than Dog WIF hat. So once Dog Bitcoin has a wrap version token on Solana, it's going to eat up all the share of all their dog tokens, such as Dog WIF hat and also Bonk. Now check this out. This is Bitcoin dominance right now. Look at this. This is showing me that we possibly could be seeing Bitcoin dominance starting the altcoin season. As I mentioned before, we're just waiting for that confirmation for Bitcoin dominance to start falling before we start seeing altcoin season. And look at this. We could actually see this very, very soon. Remember, we saw a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 take a retracement down to the altcoin season to 6. We could see the exact same thing. Now we're at the 4 point, which is right up here, which we could go down to 5, which is right down here. That would be absolutely amazing and great for every single altcoin, not just Dog, but every single altcoin and meme coin out there. Now, I want everybody to focus on this specific chart. What am I looking at specifically in this thing? Check the MACD out. Look at this MACD. Are you noticing that the MACD is actually starting to curve? Meaning it's actually starting to go reversal to the upside. Look at these blue bars right here. This is a sign that we could be in a buyer's market. Now, why is this really important? So a buyer's market really starts at the very beginning of a bull market for that specific token, which is like, say for instance, right around here. And then you saw this massive blue volume sticks right over here, which is showing you the buyer's market. Now, I want you to focus on this right here, okay? So look at this blue line, look at this orange line, okay? Now compare it to right over here. This blue and orange line is much lower. Now go back over here. Now, when we saw that huge uptrend to the upside, we hit $999 million. Now, why is this really important to see this down here? It's because right now, at the level of around 280 million US dollars for this dog token, once this continues to go back up, I want you to know that this is going to be, and I'm quoting this, very, very explosive. Hear me out again. It's going to be very, very explosive. This is going to be a huge pump. Now, this curve could be a sign, or we could be trading sideways. It doesn't mean that we're just going to go straight up. We could be going sideways for a little bit if that's another case scenario. But if this continues to curve up to the upside, it's going to surpass $1 billion, okay? I want you to pay attention to that. This is something that I'm really focusing on is the MACD and also the RSI. The RSI has been trading sideways. It's very bored, okay? When it's trading sideways for so long, it can't go down any lower. That's how low it can go. This is why people are buying as much as they can right now before we see that reversal to the upside. So what am I doing? I'm freaking stacking as much dog as I can. I am dog cost averaging to stacking my dog strategic reserve. This is my own strategic reserve. And you should think about that too. If you're wanting to buy dog at cheap prices, this is the time to do it. Once you see dog start going up, you're going to see all these people funneling in from Solana, Ethereum, Cardano who don't know or have the ability to buy dog or have the UX UI capabilities and understanding of downloading an Xverse wallet, OKX Web3 wallet, and going to Magic Eden to buy these specific things. You are early. These people in these other layers don't know how to buy it. That means they're actually going to be buying in at a normal price once it starts going up and then buying at the top. You are buying in at a discount, almost like you're in before everybody else, but it's completely open source for everybody to get in right now. So the fact that you understand the technicalities to buy this gives you that open advantage to stacking your DAO strategic reserve. So everything in a nutshell, things are getting really crazy with the whole altcoin season, with Dog Bitcoin. You're seeing all these developments happening right now with what Leonidas is building for the Dog army. It's now starting its expansion to different layers, and it's going to absolutely dominate the Solana dog market as well. I can't wait for this. I'm super excited. And this is why I'm going to continue to accumulate. So let me know your thoughts down below, what you think of your strategies regarding Dog Bitcoin, and what do you think of the whole news of everything moving on chain? Well, I cannot wait to read those comments. So let's go ahead and smash up that like button, subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to join our Patreon page and our X platform to receive all of our alpha calls and trades regarding Dog on the Moon. Till then, see you guys girls next time.